Skyrim has been out for over 10 years now, and with that, we have gotten a lot of different versions to keep the game alive. Probably the biggest thing keeping the Elder Scrolls V played is that of mods though. There are a variety of different mods out there, from new followers, weapons, and full-on DLC-sized areas that can be as large as Skyrim itself. We definitely have a lot of unique ones to play, and with that being said, there is still so much that the modding community is doing to this day. Take a look at the Creation ModCon that showcased many of the different mods that are made by the community. As you can tell, modders are full steam ahead when it comes to their individual projects, and each one has a lot planned for the future. And what is up guys, Andrew from the Denmen here, and today I thought we could take a little time to discuss a few more of the best upcoming mods that are coming to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I made a video discussing the top 5 mods that are coming in the future, so if you haven't seen it already, make sure you check that out. Link will be in the description box below. But for today, we will be going over another upcoming 5 best mods that we can expect to see in Skyrim. So get comfy, grab that bottle of Hunting Brew mead, and let's get right into the video. First one on our list takes us across the Daedric realms of Oblivion in quite the adventure. Apotheosis by the Apotheosis team is a DLC-sized mod which brings out the more horror elements of the Elder Scrolls series and turns it up to 11. Set in 16 different realms of Oblivion as well as the Dream Sleeve, this mod is massive compared to others out there. It is being advertised as being 1/5 the size of Skyrim, just to put it into perspective. The storyline for the mod has us going through the different realms of Oblivion trying to defeat the 16 Daedric lords in an attempt to assemble the Heart of Lorkhan once more. Compared to Skyrim, Apotheosis has more of a Dark Souls feel to it with gloomy and terrifying landscapes we will be traveling through. It goes even further into Dark Souls territory with an overhaul to combat and a ton of challenging boss battles. With such a large world to traverse, we will not only be seeing the main story, but also several unique side quests that you will be able to find in these Daedric realms. We will be seeing a number of different weapons and armor as well, and with fully voiced actors, this looks to be quite the DLC-sized mod for Skyrim. Development on the project started all the way back in 2015, and recent updates have stated that this is about 90% complete. That means we should be seeing it very soon, and I am excited to see what Apotheosis brings to the table. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the return to the Elder Scrolls IV in a big way. Sky Oblivion by the TES Renewal team sets out to remaster the whole Oblivion game in Skyrim's engine. Recently, we got a lot of news and gameplay pertaining to the DLC-sized mod. Being able to see what it used to be in the Elder Scrolls IV and what it looks like now makes me really appreciate what this mod team has been able to do. During the Creation ModCon, we got to see a lot of gameplay in Cyrodiil and really got to take a good look at what they have been able to accomplish so far. This is not just going to be a full-on remaster. The mod team is adding their own features to it with all new fort designs and more random encounters. They are doing this to reward those who explore all that there is to see, and this is definitely a step in the right direction. Even though they're adding their own feel to Oblivion, you will still be able to recognize it as the same game we all loved. We also see a tiny feature that will be in Sky Oblivion, and it is playable right now with the Master Necromancer robes. This isn't the first time that they released a little portion from the mod itself, and I doubt it will be the last that we will be seeing before Sky Oblivion is out officially. Sky Oblivion does have somewhat of an older brother with Skywind by the TES Renewal team. Similar in design, Skywind is attempting to recreate Morrowind in the Elder Scrolls V. We also got to see this one at the Creation ModCon, and it gave us a lot of updates on the different features we will be seeing in this specific mod. There will be a lot of features returning from the Elder Scrolls 3, like the armor system being the same with it being divided up into left and right and basically more in depth than we see in Skyrim overall. There will also be the ability to use magic while wielding a two-handed weapon. This is done by basically making it into a shout instead of equipped into a certain hand like in Skyrim. We did see this in Morrowind as well, so it will be nice to see this feature come back into the game. Speaking of the magic system, the actual VFX that the mod team has done looks amazing, and I am excited to actually be able to use some of the different spells. Overall, Skywind is looking like it is heading in the right direction, and I am excited to see more of it in the future. Next up, at our number 2 spot, is one that plans to rework the entirety of the main quest in Skyrim. Skyrim Extended Cut by the Extended Cut team is looking to expand on the main story in the Elder Scrolls V while also keeping it consistent with what we already have. Unlike what we got in Skyrim, this time it will be split up into different chapters to show the progression of it all. Chapter 1 will consist of the start in Helgen and the realization of the player being the last Dragonborn. In Chapter 2, we see more and more people begin to notice that the player is actually the Dragonborn. We will face off against the Thalmor and start to rebuild the Order of the Blades. It has been stated that the Blades will play a much larger role in the story, so that is good to see this time around. Chapter 3 takes us into different territory with a major conspiracy within one of the cities, and the player will have to choose a side. There will be a lot of decisions to make around this chapter and could be an interesting part to play through. In Chapter 4, this takes us to the underground Dwemer city of Blackreach, but this time much more expanded. We will still be tasked with finding the Elder Scroll to defeat Alduin, but there will be a lot more secrets to uncover throughout the area. Chapter 5 takes us to the island of Solstheim to acquire the Dragonrend Shout. During your time on the island, you will still have to deal with Miraak, but he is also getting a major overhaul in characterization. And finally, in Chapter 6, we will face our ultimate foe with Alduin. This time we have to unite the people of Skyrim against the World Eater and defeat him once and for all. In the Extended Cut, there will even be some epilogue content with custom quests, collectibles, and a celebration to tie it all together. What makes this mod so unique is the Soul Nature system. To break it down, the decisions you make through this story will have different consequences and overall build an identity for your player. NPCs will also react to the decisions you make, so you will have to be more aware than just doing whatever you want like in the base game. As you can see, there are a lot of different aspects to Skyrim Extended Cut, and we could be seeing an amazing mod sometime in the future. We do have a release window for the mod set for 2023, so stay tuned for more information on it sometime soon. And finally, at our number 1 spot is one that many of you know about and is one of the largest projects that we have ever seen. Beyond Skyrim by the Beyond Skyrim team has a vision to bring the world of the Elder Scrolls to life. That means most locations that you can think of, they are probably making it in the Elder Scrolls V. What they are doing is something quite tremendous, and is crazy to think that someone other than Bethesda will be the ones to accomplish this. For those who haven't heard of Beyond Skyrim and don't know what it is, the mod team is trying to create a lot of Tamriel set during the time of Skyrim. So something like Cyrodiil will not have the same story as in Oblivion, but will be more relevant in the time of Skyrim. I'd say this is probably the biggest mod that we saw at the Creation ModCon, and it was shown off in a big way. We were able to get a walkthrough of all of the current projects from the icy tundra of Atmora to the warm sands of Elsewhere. Now we did see more of certain provinces than others because each one is in a different stage of development. For example, Elsewhere is still pretty early in its development life cycle, while a place like Rosgria is closer to being released. The Beyond Skyrim team has certainly been active since the Creation ModCon by giving us concept art of items we will be seeing, images of some locations we will be exploring in-game, and a full-on map design of the provinces for the mod. At this point, it doesn't even feel like a mod anymore. This can certainly be described as its own game from the level of design and depth it's been given, and I am definitely excited for our next look at it. Beyond Skyrim is aiming to do something that is no small feat. As of right now, there's no set release date for any of the projects, but it has been noted that Roscria is pretty far in its development, and we could be seeing it come out sometime this year. Mods in the Elder Scrolls V are a major part of the reason that it is still so big to this day. We have seen plenty of fun and interesting ones come into the game, and we will definitely see much more. From the Dark Souls-esque apotheosis to the massive exploration and beyond Skyrim, each one of these different mods will be a big part of the future for Skyrim. A lot of these unique mods could be considered their own game, and each one of them brings something different to the world of the Elder Scrolls. But that is all for me now though, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment any videos you want to see in the future, and I'll see you all next time.